the police are surveying the scene. They are trying to determine who had attacked Amy and ultimately killed her. The second they set foot inside the house, they find that it has been trashed. There's blood everywhere. There's clear signs of a struggle. Her purse, jacket, and other personal items are thrown on the floor. Investigators also found a trail of beads that ran from her bedroom to the third-story balcony, which she ultimately fell from. And they realized that this was a rosary that Amy had been wearing. And given that she was also strangled, the police actually think that the attacker had been strangling her with it at some point, and it broke during the attack. And the most disturbing discovery actually might have been a syringe that was found in the house that was full of liquid. And at first, based on the color and consistency of the fluid, detectives are like, okay, we think that's heroin. But when they questioned Amy's friends and family, they were like, she doesn't use drugs. Yeah. She'd never do heroin or even keep a syringe of it in her home. So the detectives still weren't sure, so they sent the syringe off to a lab to confirm what was in it. And when the test came back, they realized it was filled with liquid nicotine. Now, if you inject a large enough dose of nicotine into your body, it will actually kill you. It is highly lethal. So clearly, this wasn't something that Amy was probably using recreationally. Instead, they figured that Amy's killer had probably originally planned to inject this syringe in her to poison her.
That seems so odd though.
Right. And further searches showed that a set of glass French doors had also been shattered, but the police hadn't realized this right away because whoever broke the doors down had positioned them so the break wasn't actually visible from the outside. So the assumption was that when Michael heard glass breaking at 7 p.m., that was actually the sound of someone breaking those glass doors. And Amy hadn't been home at that time. She wasn't home at 7. Michael didn't know that, but she had spent the evening out with friends.